I first want to start with a story that I was recently told about you, and I want to maybe just
Oh boy.
take you back
Okay.
right to this moment and
All right.
talk to me a little bit about like if how pivotal maybe this moment was for you, and if anything clicked. Because I know that back when you were at UMass Amherst, you first met the China Blue. That was like you guys met at a party. You were playing some computer baseball game, and he was playing some of his like very early songs.
Yep.
And you guys were vibing to his music, and that's how you guys clicked. And
Yep.
from there, he was one of the first artists you really came up with as a manager. I'm just kind of curious for you, like if you can kind of take me back to that moment.
My college roommate, this kid Jake Wilkinson, shout out Jake, was like worked at this deli shop with the China Blue with Seth, and like he was like, yeah, like my friend makes music, and he like threw on Alone was like the first, like it's no longer on streaming platforms, which is like crazy because it's a great song, but like he threw it on, and I'm like, this was the first I've ever heard of an artist like in mass doing like pop-ish music.
That
and I was
bedroom
like,
pop style
and
that
it
he
was
was
yeah,
into,
and it
yeah.
was unbelievable. And I was like, this is incredible. Like the music video is directed by Mason Pimentel, who's done a bunch of his work before, fantastic videographer. And like, I was just like kind of just obsessed and addicted to this whole world of music that I had no idea existed. I'm one of those guys who's like, when I find something and I'm kind of like, not like early on it, but like it's new to me, dude, it's like I'm diving head first in.
Yeah.
I want to know everything about it. And that's what happened. And like, long story short, how I really got to be his manager is like one night I was visiting him in Providence, Rhode Island, because he lived in Providence, and like I took him to get Juul pods at like 3 a.m. to his apartment. I had went to his apartment to just talk strategy. Like we were just like, we weren't even working together. He was just like, yo, you should come over, kick it. And then we ended up talking strategy of like just like marketing and stuff like that for like 8 hours. Like 8 hours, crazy. And then I like 3 a.m. I'm like, buddy, I gotta go. Like I got 8 a.m. English 101. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta go home, dude. Like, and he's like, all right, can you just drive me to the gas station and get Juul pods? Because he didn't have a car. Because like, he just like didn't have a car at the time. And then he picks up the Juul pods, gets back in the car, and he's like, hey, like I know this might be a random question, but would you want to manage me? And I was like, what? Like, and then like I was like, yeah, bro, give me a little bit to think about it, because like I said, I never really dived into the management side of things, and also like that's a lot to take on, because you don't want to like be hindering somebody's career in that way. If you don't know what
No
you're
way.
doing. And,
Yeah, 100%.
I think that was kind of like the pivotal turn of like where it all started. That's such
awesome.
a unique story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, even giving it more context about like the
for
3 a.m.
pods.
Juul pod
Yeah,
run.
it's
Like,
just so Massachusetts, like the 3 a.m. Juul pods, dude. Like,
I love it. But I mean, I think what you're highlighting though is just like, taking an opportunity and kind of running with it. And I think that's a really awesome message to anybody listening to this. It's just like, regardless of what you want to do in your life, like sometimes you can plan things out and it's great, but sometimes things just kind of fall in your lap, and it's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to like you really go all in on it, or just kind of let that opportunity fall by the wayside. So for you, it's like, God forbid if you didn't, go head first into that, maybe you don't, you're not where you're at now, and all the success that, Atherlace has had, and like the artists that you're working with, and, really the moves you're making now. So like everything's sort of that domino effect of just like, that first moment